Hey, before we begin today's show, I would like to remind you that I am still taking donations for the show, and hopefully you will donate to the show, and every donation that I get will be reinvested back into the show. Also, check out my Instagram and my YouTube channel. Welcome to the Blue Oasis podcast. I am your host, Adam Rothstein. All right, let's get to the show. Good morning, hobbyists. This is going to be a long one for you. So, today we're talking about sports, specifically how they can play a role in our hobbies and how they can get us to the places we want to go. When we are young, most of us start playing sports. Whether that's baseball, swimming, or soccer, we learn the skills necessary for teamwork and self-development. By having that outlet of community, we begin to discover who we are, and we also can network and help others get to the place where they want to go. By having a network, you can make friends and discover new things that can potentially interest you. Sports can integrate easily into our hobbies. For example, there are sports video games, books, and memorabilia. A lot of people like to have more than one hobby or multiple things going on. For example, people who love baseball, they may want to become collectors and own certain cards, bats, and gloves. By having a passion for one thing, you can use that to find something else that interests you. I played college hockey and coached college hockey players. During these times, we often worked out a lot. The many times that I went into the gym, there was this large rock climbing wall. At first, I was afraid to climb the wall because I have a fear of heights. Eventually, I worked up the courage and climbed the wall. The first few times were a struggle for me, but once I got the handle of it, I climbed all the way to the top. This new hobby of mine helped me get through some tough times. It gave me the drive to keep going, and that's the type of drive that everyone needs to succeed. So, during the final week of my junior year, I had my price theory exam. As a study break / reward for myself, I decided to go see my new friends at the rock climbing wall. Before I made the climb up the wall, I told Kelly, who was spotting me for that night, all the stress I was going through. She said to me, "Adam, don't worry about a thing. You've got this. Just like you got this climb." Knowing that you have a friend in your corner during the tough times is probably the most beneficial thing for you and can help you persevere through those mental hurdles. So that night, I climbed one of the toughest parts of the wall, and later that week, I passed my price theory class. You never know where your hobbies can take you, but if you can keep an open mind, you will yield great results, even if it's not exactly what you expect. A sport is, in a way, a hobby. While we tend to think of hobbies as mostly indoor activities, they can also be outdoor activities. The main thing that a hobby has is that, can it build a community? Can you build a community on a passion of yours? And also, even if you're introverted, can you enjoy doing something and whether it's making money from it or just having fun with it. And that's all you really need, is just something that gives you community and helps you be a little more productive. Remember, you don't have to start a $1 million a year business with this. You can just enjoy life with your hobby, but you also have to balance your time with it. The one thing that sports gave me was that community, and it also helped me balance my time. Going back to college, during my college days, when I was playing and coaching, I had to keep my schedule in check. I could not just, screw around on the internet. I actually had to get to class, and for me, I actually got to class on time 99% of the time, and I was only late for maybe a couple classes in total throughout college, but it certainly helped to have a band of brothers with you on the ice and just help you study for exams and help you get better at hockey. There's really nothing like it when you find that community, and sports is great. And when I was a little kid, I played in Little League baseball, and even though I was terrible at it, I still had fun playing the field and batting. The one thing that you need when you do start an organized sport is just help people get better. Just help them get better. They don't need to be like Babe Ruth when they start out baseball. They're not going to be, but you teach them how to swing properly, or if you're playing soccer, just teach them how to kick properly and just hold the ball, pass, that sort of stuff. Let them learn the game. Let them take a shot at whatever it is. And in basketball, don't be a ball hog. Let them take a shot. And yes, maybe they suck and maybe you lose the game, but winning with your hobby to me, should be that, am I bringing a community together? Am I growing a community? And am I being inclusive? You may want to be the championship team beer league in your in-house hockey league, but everything's not about winning. Everything is not about winning. The enjoyment part is one of the most important things. And yes, if you are playing in-house hockey, you can definitely win some money from that, but don't beat yourself up for losing. But just be willing to learn every day and improve yourself and do the things necessary to improve your skill. When it comes to money from sports, you pay hundreds of dollars to enter a league, and you may want to monetize that. So there are definitely ways to do this. I have seen people stick webcams on their helmets for a roller hockey league, and then they film it and they upload it to YouTube. There was a guy who had almost 90,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he uploaded it, and he's making money from it. So, yeah. And you can definitely build yourself a website and sell apparel and jerseys, and they don't even have to be, major league teams. You can make them as jokes. You can make it like something like the Mighty Ducks. There's definitely that. You can have that in there, and you could also make your own jerseys as well. Or even for your league, you can definitely do that and just have people buy in to it, and you can make money that way. Now, here's another way you can make money. If you are passionate about hockey, let's say, for instance, you can definitely get a job as a skate sharpener and sharpen skates and work in a pro shop. Now, yeah, you're not going to make a lot of money, but if you're young, like 16 to 19 or even 20, you can make a little money from that, and, it's a start, but, one day you're going to be off to better things as long as you work hard and you're focused. I knew a lot of people who worked in the pro shop, in many pro shops. They had some extra money to buy a car. They took care of their loans in school, and they had some money to take a girl out. It is a great first job if you're young. It is definitely a great first job. And everyone has to start somewhere. Just saying. So, now back to just sports as a passion. Playing softball is definitely one of the things that I like to do. I like to catch the ball, throw it, bat, the whole shebang. There is nothing like it at all. You don't have to be particularly skilled at it, but you can just pick up a bat and just start swinging, and you're going to get somewhere, and you're going to learn every single day that you're out on the field. And the same thing applies to business, that applies to your hobbies. And that's the goal of this show, is that use your hobby to elevate yourself in life. That is what this show is all about. So wherever you are, I encourage you to find a hobby and apply it to your life, and to become a better husband, wife, partner, whatever, or just a better client or a better employee or employer. Use it, because these are the skills that help you become a better person, and they're right in your hobby most of the time. Even something as simple as model airplanes is definitely going to help you, because it's the concentration. All sports, all hobbies require concentration. They require a focus. And when you are able to apply yourself to something, that is going to transfer over. Now, you may not be passionate about certain hobbies or certain things, but if you try something new and you focus on it enough, you're going to learn a little something about yourself, and you can also learn to become a better person. This show is titled the Blue Oasis Podcast, and that may be a weird name, but the reason why I named it the Blue Oasis Podcast is because, think about it, an oasis is very difficult to find, and oftentimes you're not in a desert. It's incredibly difficult to find. And the Blue Oasis Podcast is just that, because blue is the color of water. And we want to find the secrets in life and help everyone get to the place where they want to go. Sports seems like it is the perfect hobby. Don't get me wrong. It is the perfect hobby in my mind, because it helps bring communities together, and you can find what interests you, and just playing outdoors is, beneficial to your immune system. It's